Welcome back. Imagine holding a gemstone so rare that most people will never see one in their entire lives. A stone so scarce that even many professional gem collectors have never owned a single crystal. A gemstone hidden deep within a remote desert, born from conditions so unusual that nature has almost never repeated the process. Its color burns like a drop of liquid fire. Its value rivals some of the world's most famous gems. And its story is filled with mystery, rarity, and secrets that continue to fascinate scientists and collectors today. This is the incredible story of Red Beryl. And its story is filled with mystery, rarity, and secrets that continue to fascinate scientists and collectors today. At first glance, Red Beryl looks almost unreal. Its rich red color glows with a beauty that can rival the finest rubies. Many people who see it for the first time assume it must be a ruby. But the truth is very different. Red Beryl belongs to the same mineral family as emerald and aquamarine. Yet unlike its famous relatives, Red Beryl is so rare that it exists in only a handful of locations worldwide. For every thousands of diamonds mined, there may be only a tiny amount of gem-quality Red Beryl discovered. That alone would make it extraordinary. But that was only the beginning. The story of Red Beryl starts in one of the most unexpected places imaginable. Far from royal palaces and ancient treasure vaults, this rare gem was discovered in the rugged deserts of the western United States. The harsh landscape seemed like the last place anyone would expect to find one of the world's rarest treasures. In the early 20th century, geologists exploring remote volcanic regions began noticing unusual red crystals hidden within ancient rock formations. These crystals were unlike anything they had seen before. Their color was stunning. Their structure was unusual. And their rarity quickly became obvious. The stone was eventually identified as a unique red variety of beryl, the same mineral family that includes emeralds. Scientists were amazed. How could nature create something so rare? Why was it found in only a few isolated locations? And why had such a remarkable gemstone remained hidden for so long? What happened next shocked everyone. As researchers continued studying the deposits, they realized Red Beryl formed under an incredibly specific set of geological conditions. The recipe required rare elements. It required volcanic activity. It required unique temperatures and pressures. And every ingredient had to come together at exactly the right moment. If even one condition changed, Red Beryl would never form. That discovery explained why the gemstone was so incredibly scarce. Nature had created a masterpiece. But only a few times. As word spread through the gem world, collectors became fascinated. Dealers searched for specimens. Museums wanted examples for their collections. A new legend was beginning. Throughout history, rare gemstones have often become symbols of power, wealth, and prestige. Kings sought diamonds. Queens treasured emeralds. Empires fought over precious stones. But Red Beryl was different. Its rarity meant it never became a famous royal gemstone like diamonds or rubies. Instead, it became something even more intriguing. A hidden treasure. A secret known mainly to geologists, gem experts, and elite collectors. Few people know that some collectors spent years searching for a single high-quality specimen. Others traveled across continents just to see one displayed in a museum. Because of its rarity, Red Beryl developed an almost mythical reputation within collector circles. Owning one became a symbol of success. Not because it was famous, but because it was nearly impossible to find. And that's where the mystery deepened. As the gemstone gained attention, stories began to surround it. Some believed Red Beryl represented passion, courage, and determination. Others claimed its fiery color connected it to ancient forces hidden within the earth. In modern crystal folklore, some enthusiasts describe it as a stone of energy and transformation. Of course, these stories are based on belief rather than science. Yet they reveal something important. People have always been drawn to rare treasures. When a gemstone becomes almost impossible to obtain, imagination naturally fills the gaps. Legends begin to grow. Mysteries emerge. And the stone becomes larger than life. The truth was even more surprising. The real mystery of Red Beryl lies not in legends, but in science. Creating Red Beryl requires an extraordinary combination of ingredients. Its vibrant red color comes from traces of manganese locked inside the crystal structure during formation. That might sound simple. But in reality, it is incredibly difficult. The right minerals must be present. The surrounding environment must remain stable. The volcanic conditions must be nearly perfect. And the crystal must grow without major flaws. The odds are unbelievably small. Scientists often compare the formation of gem-quality Red Beryl to winning a geological lottery. That is why so few crystals ever reach jewelry quality. Many specimens are tiny. Others contain fractures. Only a small percentage possess the clarity and color needed for gemstones. When such a crystal is discovered, it becomes something truly special. Even under magnification, Red Beryl reveals remarkable beauty. Its crystals often display brilliant transparency. Its color ranges from raspberry red to deep crimson. And when light passes through the stone, it can appear almost alive. This combination of rarity and beauty has made Red Beryl one of the most sought-after collector gems in the world. Today, Red Beryl occupies a unique position in the gemstone market. Many people have heard of diamonds. Most know emeralds and rubies. But very few know about Red Beryl. Yet among serious collectors, its reputation is extraordinary. Gem-quality examples can command impressive prices. Rare stones with exceptional color and clarity are especially valuable. Museums proudly display important specimens. Private collectors compete for outstanding crystals. And gem experts continue studying new discoveries whenever they appear. But supply remains extremely limited. Unlike gemstones mined in large quantities across multiple countries, Red Beryl comes from only a few known sources. This scarcity creates enormous demand. Every new specimen attracts attention. Every auction sparks interest. Every discovery becomes news within the gem community. And still, finding a truly exceptional Red Beryl remains incredibly difficult. But the biggest secret was still hidden. Most people assume diamonds are the ultimate symbol of rarity. After all, diamonds are famous worldwide. They appear in movies, advertisements, and jewelry stores everywhere. Yet Red Beryl challenges that assumption. Some gemologists estimate that high-quality Red Beryl is far rarer than diamond. In fact, certain experts suggest there may be thousands of times more gem-quality diamonds available than gem-quality Red Beryl. Think about that for a moment. Millions of people own diamonds. But only a tiny number of people own genuine gem-quality Red Beryl. That staggering difference changes everything. The gemstone that most people have never heard of may actually be one of the rarest treasures Earth has ever created. And there is another twist. Many Red Beryl crystals are so small that producing a large faceted gemstone is extremely uncommon. When a larger stone appears, collectors take notice immediately. Some examples become famous within the gem world simply because their size is so unusual. This means that every remarkable Red Beryl carries a story. A story of impossible geological conditions. A story of survival over millions of years. A story of rarity unlike almost any other gemstone. The deeper researchers look, the more extraordinary the stone becomes. What began as an unusual red crystal hidden in desert rock has become one of the world's most fascinating mineral treasures. And perhaps that is what makes Red Beryl so captivating. It reminds us that nature still holds secrets. Even in an age of satellites, technology, and scientific exploration, the Earth continues to surprise us. Some treasures remain hidden. Some mysteries remain unsolved. And some wonders are so rare that they feel almost impossible. Red Beryl is one of those wonders. A gemstone born from fire, pressure, time, and chance. A treasure that few people will ever hold. A crystal so rare that it challenges everything we think we know about precious stones. And somewhere beneath ancient volcanic landscapes, hidden within layers of rock formed millions of years ago, nature may still be creating a few more of these incredible gems. Waiting. Silent. Unseen. Until one day, someone discovers them. And the legend of Red Beryl continues. Welcome back. Imagine holding a gemstone so rare that most jewelers will never see one in their entire lifetime. A stone so mysterious that for years, many experts doubted its existence. A gem hidden deep within the earth, discovered in one of the harshest and most remote landscapes on the planet. And a stone so scarce that some collectors consider it rarer than diamonds, emeralds, and even the legendary red diamond. This is the incredible story of muscovite. A gemstone wrapped in mystery. A treasure almost nobody owns. And a mineral so rare that every new discovery sends shockwaves through the world of gemstones. But the biggest secret was still hidden. Muscovite is one of the rarest gemstones ever found on Earth. Even among professional gem collectors, its name remains unfamiliar. Unlike diamonds, rubies, or sapphires, muscovite has never become a household name. Yet in the world of rare gems, it is often spoken about with awe. Its rarity is difficult to comprehend. For many years, only a handful of confirmed specimens existed anywhere in the world. Some experts spent entire careers studying gemstones without ever seeing a single muscovite in person. That alone would make it extraordinary. But muscovite's story goes far beyond rarity. It is a tale of remote deserts, hidden geological secrets, scientific confusion, and treasures buried beneath ancient rocks that formed hundreds of millions of years ago. And that's where the mystery deepened. The story begins in Australia. Far from crowded cities and busy highways lies a rugged region known as the Musgrave Ranges. Stretching across remote parts of South Australia and Western Australia, this landscape is harsh, isolated, and breathtaking. Towering rocky hills rise from the desert floor. Temperatures can become extreme. Water is scarce. For countless generations, these lands remained largely untouched. It was here that geologists made a remarkable discovery during the 1960s. While studying unusual mineral formations, researchers identified a new mineral unlike anything they had seen before. The mineral was eventually named muscovite after the Musgrave Ranges where it was first discovered. At first, the discovery attracted little attention outside scientific circles. The crystals were tiny. Gem-quality material appeared almost non-existent. And many believed muscovite would remain simply a scientific curiosity. But that assumption would not last forever. Years passed. Scientists continued studying the mineral. Collectors became interested. Rumors spread about transparent crystals that could potentially be cut into gemstones. Then something remarkable happened. A few gem-quality specimens were finally discovered. What happened next shocked everyone. The gemstone world suddenly realized that muscovite was not just another mineral. It was one of the rarest gem materials ever identified. Its scarcity was almost unbelievable. While diamonds are found in numerous countries and millions are mined every year, muscovite remained incredibly elusive. Only a tiny number of faceted stones existed. Every new specimen became important. Every discovery was carefully documented. And every collector wanted to know more. But the truth was even more surprising. Muscovite belongs to a rare mineral family that includes another famous gemstone called tophyte. For years, these minerals caused confusion among gemologists because they looked similar to other stones. In some cases, rare gems sat unnoticed in collections because people assumed they were something else entirely. Imagine owning one of the world's rarest gemstones and not even knowing it. That possibility fascinated collectors. As awareness grew, muscovite began appearing in elite gemstone circles. Private collectors searched for specimens. Museums sought examples for their displays. Researchers studied its structure in greater detail. The gemstone slowly earned a reputation as one of nature's greatest hidden treasures. But that was only the beginning. As the years passed, additional deposits were discovered in a few other parts of the world. Small quantities appeared in places such as Greenland, Madagascar, Antarctica, and Sri Lanka. Yet even with these discoveries, muscovite remained astonishingly rare. Finding gem-quality material was still extraordinarily difficult. Many crystals were too small. Others contained flaws. Some could not be cut into gemstones at all. As a result, every high-quality muscovite became immensely valuable. Collectors often competed fiercely to obtain one. Some spent years searching. Others waited decades. And many never succeeded. Few people know that some gemstone experts consider muscovite one of the ultimate collector stones. Not because it is the largest. Not because it is the most colorful. But because of its extreme rarity. Owning one means possessing something that very few people on Earth will ever have the opportunity to see. That exclusivity created an almost mythical reputation. And myths soon followed. Whenever a gemstone becomes exceptionally rare, stories begin to emerge. Some collectors whispered that muscovite brought good fortune. Others believed it symbolized hidden knowledge. A few associated it with personal transformation because of its incredible journey from obscurity to fame. While there is no scientific evidence supporting such beliefs, the stories persisted. Part of muscovite's appeal comes from its mystery. People are naturally fascinated by things that are difficult to find. Treasures hidden beyond reach often become the most desirable. And muscovite fit that description perfectly. The stone seemed to exist on the edge of reality. Real enough to study. Rare enough to feel legendary. And that's where the mystery deepened even further. Scientifically, muscovite is a marvel. Its formation requires highly unusual geological conditions. Deep within the Earth's crust, immense heat and pressure transformed minerals over vast periods of time. These processes unfolded across millions of years. Slowly, atom by atom, crystal structures developed. The result was a mineral unlike most others found on Earth. Muscovite can appear in shades of gray, green, violet, or even subtle brownish tones. Some specimens display remarkable brilliance when cut properly. Light dances through the gemstone, revealing hidden flashes of color. To the casual observer, it may seem understated. But to gem experts, its beauty lies in its rarity and complexity. Every crystal tells a story that began long before humans existed. Long before civilizations rose and fell. Long before the first treasure hunters searched for precious stones. Muscovite was already waiting beneath the earth. Hidden. Silent. Patient. For hundreds of millions of years. Today, muscovite occupies a unique position in the gemstone market. It is not widely advertised. You will not find it in most jewelry stores. Many luxury jewelers have never handled one. Yet among elite collectors, demand remains strong. Exceptional stones can command astonishing prices. The exact value depends on size, color, clarity, and origin. Larger specimens are especially prized because they are so uncommon. Even a small increase in size can dramatically increase value. This creates an unusual situation. Sometimes a tiny muscovite may be worth far more than a much larger diamond. For many collectors, rarity matters more than size. And few gemstones can compete with muscovite in that category. Museums also value these stones. They represent an important piece of geological history. Each specimen helps scientists better understand Earth's complex mineral processes. Every crystal contains clues about ancient environments and extreme geological forces. In this way, muscovite is more than a gemstone. It is a scientific treasure. But the biggest secret was still hidden. For years, muscovite was often described as one of the rarest gemstones on Earth. Yet many people never realized just how extreme that rarity truly was. At one point in history, the number of known faceted muscovite gemstones could almost be counted individually. Think about that for a moment. Entire nations contain millions of diamonds. Jewelry stores display countless gemstones. Auctions feature rare treasures every year. Yet muscovite remained nearly impossible to obtain. Some collectors spent fortunes searching for one. Others relied on personal connections within the gemstone industry. Many simply accepted that they would never own one. The stone became more than a gemstone. It became a symbol. A symbol of nature's ability to create something extraordinarily beautiful and extraordinarily scarce at the same time. And perhaps that is the most fascinating part of its story. Muscovite never sought fame. It remained hidden beneath ancient rocks for unimaginable lengths of time. It waited while civilizations rose. It waited while empires disappeared. It waited while explorers crossed oceans and kingdoms fought wars. Only recently did humanity uncover its existence. Even now, most people have never heard its name. Yet somewhere in a collection, a museum, or a hidden vault, a tiny muscovite gemstone continues to sparkle. A silent reminder that our planet still holds secrets beyond imagination. Treasures that remain undiscovered. Mysteries waiting beneath the surface. Stories written in stone. And among all those hidden wonders, muscovite stands as one of the rarest and most remarkable gems ever found. A gemstone born from ancient forces. Protected by time. Hidden by nature. And revealed only to a fortunate few. The next time you hear someone talk about the world's most valuable treasures, remember this forgotten gem. Because sometimes the greatest treasures are not the most famous. They are the ones almost nobody knows exist. And that is what makes muscovite truly unforgettable. Welcome back. Imagine holding a gemstone so rare that most people will never see one in their entire lifetime. Not because it is hidden deep underground. Not because it belongs to a king. But because there are simply so few of them on Earth. Some gemstones are famous for their beauty. Others are known for their history. But one stone stands apart from almost everything else ever discovered. Its name is granodiorite. A gem so rare, so mysterious, and so unbelievably difficult to find that many collectors spend years searching for a single specimen. And what makes this stone even more fascinating is that its greatest secret remained hidden for more than a century. Today, we are uncovering the incredible story of one of the world's rarest gemstones. A stone born from fire, pressure, and time. A treasure that few people know exists. And a mineral whose value continues to astonish experts around the world. But that was only the beginning. The story of granodiorite starts on a large island surrounded by the waters of the Indian Ocean. An island filled with unusual wildlife, ancient landscapes, and hidden geological treasures. That island is Madagascar. In 1902, a French naturalist named Alfred Grandidier became linked to one of the most extraordinary discoveries in gemstone history. Grandidier spent much of his life studying Madagascar and documenting its natural wonders. His work helped the world understand one of the most unique places on Earth. Years later, scientists discovered an unusual blue-green mineral in southern Madagascar. To honor Alfred Grandidier's contributions, the mineral was given the name granodiorite. At first, it was known only as a mineral specimen. Collectors admired it. Scientists studied it. Museums displayed it. But almost nobody imagined that one day it would become one of the world's most desired gemstones. The truth was even more surprising. For decades, gem-quality granodiorite remained almost impossible to find. Most samples contained flaws. Others were too small. Many lacked the clarity needed for jewelry. As a result, the gemstone became almost legendary among collectors. People knew it existed. But finding a beautiful transparent crystal was another matter entirely. And that's where the mystery deepened. As the years passed, stories about granodiorite spread through the gemstone community. Experts whispered about its incredible rarity. Collectors dreamed of owning one. Dealers searched for new sources. Yet the stone remained elusive. Unlike diamonds, rubies, or sapphires, granodiorite never appeared in large quantities. Its supply was tiny. Its presence unpredictable. And its future uncertain. By the late 20th century, many gem enthusiasts considered granodiorite one of the ultimate collector stones. Owning one became a symbol of prestige. Not because it was heavily advertised. Not because it appeared in luxury stores. But because almost nobody else had one. The rarity itself created fascination. What happened next shocked everyone. In the early 21st century, new discoveries in Madagascar revealed transparent gem-quality material that exceeded expectations. Suddenly, collectors saw granodiorite specimens displaying remarkable clarity and breathtaking color. The gemstone world reacted immediately. Prices began rising. Interest exploded. Experts rushed to examine the new material. Many realized they were witnessing one of the most important gemstone discoveries in decades. Yet even these discoveries did not change one fact. Granodiorite remained incredibly rare. Far rarer than most gemstones sold in jewelry stores. Far rarer than many people could imagine. Few people know that rarity alone is not what makes granodiorite so special. Its appearance is equally extraordinary. At first glance, the gemstone displays beautiful shades of blue, green, and turquoise. Some stones seem to contain the colors of tropical oceans. Others resemble deep lagoons illuminated by sunlight. The effect can be mesmerizing. But the stone holds another remarkable secret. Depending on the direction from which light enters the crystal, granodiorite can appear to show different colors. This optical phenomenon makes each gemstone feel alive. Move it slightly. Turn it gently. The colors shift. The character changes. The stone reveals another side of itself. This unique behavior has fascinated gemologists for years. And yet, nature's wonders did not stop there. Deep within Earth's crust, granodiorite formed under highly specific conditions. Its creation required a rare combination of elements, pressure, heat, and geological events. If even one factor changed, the stone might never form at all. That is one reason why deposits remain so scarce. Nature simply does not create granodiorite very often. Millions of years passed before a single crystal emerged. And even then, most crystals were unsuitable for gemstones. Only a tiny fraction possessed the quality collectors desired. That rarity transformed granodiorite into something more than a gemstone. It became a geological miracle. But the biggest secret was still hidden. Throughout history, rare gemstones have inspired legends. Some were believed to protect kings. Others were thought to carry blessings or warnings. Granodiorite arrived too late in history to develop ancient myths on the scale of emeralds or sapphires. Yet modern legends quickly emerged. Collectors began calling it the impossible gem. Some referred to it as the gemstone that nobody could find. Others described it as the hidden treasure of Madagascar. Its scarcity fueled imagination. Stories spread through gem shows and private collections. Every newly discovered specimen seemed to generate excitement. Every auction attracted attention. And every exceptional crystal became a topic of discussion among experts. The mystery surrounding the stone only increased its appeal. People wanted what they could not easily obtain. And granodiorite represented exactly that. A treasure hidden in plain sight. A gemstone known by few and possessed by even fewer. As demand increased, museums and collectors became increasingly interested in preserving significant examples. Some specimens found homes in prestigious collections. Others disappeared into private vaults. Many of the finest stones were never seen publicly again. Their owners understood exactly what they possessed. Not merely a gemstone, but a piece of geological history. A natural wonder unlikely to be replaced. Today, granodiorite occupies a unique position in the gemstone market. It is not as famous as diamonds. It does not dominate advertisements. Most people have never heard its name. Yet among serious collectors, it commands enormous respect. High-quality stones can achieve remarkable prices, particularly when they display excellent transparency and strong color. Every significant specimen becomes an object of attention. Every major sale reinforces its reputation. And every year, the supply remains limited. That combination of rarity and beauty continues attracting investors and enthusiasts alike. But even that is not the most astonishing part of the story. The most shocking fact about granodiorite is how extraordinarily rare fine gem-quality material truly is. There are gemstones considered rare. Then there are gemstones considered exceptionally rare. And then there is granodiorite. For many years, experts believed that transparent gem-quality granodiorite was among the rarest gemstones on Earth. Some estimates suggested that there were fewer fine-quality stones available than many famous gemstones worth millions. Think about that for a moment. Entire generations lived without ever seeing one. Museums displayed mineral specimens while collectors searched endlessly for gem-quality examples. Even professional gemologists could spend years without encountering a significant stone. That level of rarity is almost unimaginable. And it explains why granodiorite continues to inspire fascination. Not because it is the largest gemstone. Not because it has the longest history. But because nature created so few perfect examples. Each crystal feels like an accident of geology. A miracle millions of years in the making. A treasure that somehow survived Earth's violent forces. A survivor from a distant age. And perhaps that is what makes granodiorite so unforgettable. In a world filled with gemstones, it reminds us that some treasures remain hidden. Some wonders remain undiscovered. And some secrets wait patiently beneath the surface for generations before revealing themselves. The story of granodiorite is ultimately a story about rarity. A story about patience. A story about nature creating something so extraordinary that even experts struggled to believe it existed. From the rugged landscapes of Madagascar to the collections of the world's most passionate gem enthusiasts, this remarkable stone continues to capture imaginations. Its blue-green glow tells a story older than human history. Its scarcity challenges belief. And its mystery remains as powerful today as it was when it was first discovered. The next time you hear someone talk about precious gemstones, remember this hidden treasure. A stone that few people have seen. A gem that nature created only sparingly. A crystal born from impossible circumstances. And a reminder that some of Earth's greatest treasures are still waiting to be found. Because in the end, granodiorite is more than a gemstone. It is proof that even in the modern world, true mysteries still exist.